Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of today's discussion. My name is Rosalia Shiweva, and you're watching Rosalia Shiweva Official YouTube Channel. And here I'm joined by the lovely
Miss Ziki.
from
Ziki
Ziki Media.
Media.
Right? Can you tell us about your YouTube channel?
Well, my YouTube channel is all about current news. That is SADC.
Right, and also I should mention Miss Ziki is from Zimbabwe and I am from Namibia.
Yes.
Today's discussion is about Africa-China relations or cooperations, right? Just from a standpoint of view, what is our point of view on the African-China relations and cooperation,
Yes.
right? For me, I've lived in China for 10 years, and Miss Ziki, for how long have you been in China?
Just as much.
All right. So we all both see that our countries are having cooperations, of course, with China. And from my angle, I've seen China providing education, and I've been a beneficiary of learning in China, studying in China, gaining degrees in China. So that has been really a great plus. And also, I've seen that China now has taken up really a lot of projects in Namibia. But Ms. Ziki, can you please let us know, what do you think about the China and Africa cooperation from just an overview or your thought that comes to mind?
Well, I've worked around the China-Africa relationship for quite a long time now. I've actually worked with Namibia. I have been, working with them in terms of when they were, cooperating with some Chinese. So I really understand some of the things that you're talking about when it comes to Namibia and China, and also just China-Africa generally. That is one relationship that is highly criticized. If you talk on the layman, people in the streets, when you talk of China and Africa, they'll tell you the Chinese are stealing our things, the Chinese are doing this. People who are outside of maybe China, or people who are outside, just on the outside looking in, they don't understand the China-Africa relationship because it's very much criticized and very much complicated. It's, I would say, if we want to break it down, there are a lot of gains, there are a lot of, losses, a lot of wins, and there's a lot of in between when you're looking at the China-Africa cooperation. When we want to look on the general wins, we can talk of education, like the one you're talking about, whereby you are a beneficiary, you came here via a government scholarship, which is good. And like there are also thousands of other African students who came in under government scholarship. So thus we can say those are the what?
That has been a win.
Those are the wins.
Yes.
There. And then we can also talk of other projects. Then we say, well, we have seen, maybe let me just take you to Cameroon.
Yes.
Where we saw the stadiums being built.
Yes.
We can actually see them.
Yes.
For some people who are looking, they say, well, these are wins. But however, it's not just as wins, just as we see them.
Yes.
What did Cameroon have to do in order for them to receive
the stadiums? Yes.
Yes. That is the other aspect of the China-Africa relationship. So this is why I said it. There is more to it than meets the eye, than just the wins and the losses. You understand? So it's a very, very complicated relationship. However, coming back to your question, we're saying just on the highlights, what do you think? I think it has been a shoulder,
right,
for Africa compared to the West.
Yes.
You understand?
To other countries.
Compared to other countries going to Africa. China has come into Africa and brought some tangible things that we can actually say, we have seen this, we've seen that, we've seen that, regardless of what they are taking.
Yes.
And also China is coming in as, saying, lowering themselves.
Yes.
They're not coming in as first world. They're saying we are coming in as your level, as your brother. You get it?
Your friends. And also coming in peacefully. Because remember, Africa, as a lot of countries, has impacted Africa from their colonial aspect.
Yes.
But now China can literally take care of all African countries. This is how I see it. China can take over all African countries' cooperation and doing all their projects and everything, and still make sure that everything works perfectly.
They can.
The good thing about I would also see all the wins that we see from a long shot, from zooming in and zooming out. Zooming out, we can see that these benefits are the education, roads are being built, stadiums are being given, ports are being built, all these different corporations. Even in my country, Namibia, we have a port that has been built by Chinese company, one of the Jiangsu company. So you can see that they're tangible, actual wins that you can see. And they come in peace, they come as your friends. We are win-win corporations, right? But at the end of the day, how much are we giving?
How
Much are
much
we
are we
giving?
giving? That's the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
That is the question
And
that needs to be
yeah,
answered.
let's
How
talk
much?
about that. How much are we
How
giving?
much are we giving?
Yes.
Because when China is coming to build a bridge, they're not just coming in with their workers, with the material, with the equipment, saying, okay, we're building a bridge for you guys because we love you, because we are brothers. No. They're coming in and putting a deal on the table. And when they put a deal on the table, when you say, okay, we're giving you a bridge, in return, what are you giving us? This is the reason why you're seeing in my country
Yeah.
a lot of mines are run by Chinese. You get it? What do we get from mines? Raw materials. What kind of raw materials are you getting from there? Very highly valuable resources. So if they say to you, we are coming in, we are building what do you call it, an airport for you,
Yes.
but in return, please give us access to your gold mine, to your lithium mine. Give us access to your this. Who is benefiting more at the end of the day?
Right?
You get it?
Let us know
So
in the comment section, who do
who
you
do you
think
think
is
is
benefiting
benefiting
more?
more, Africa
Or
or China?
China? If they have access to
If
mines
they've
and
got
all these
access to
raw
mines, all these raw
materials.
materials, you understand? So this is the question that you're asking you. And then we're coming back again to where they say they're giving loans. You know, the issue of loans has been a big deal between China Africa relationship.
It's okay.
It has been a big deal.
Deal.
So the question is, if they're giving you a loan, we know. I mean, have you ever taken a loan before in your life?
I've never, but I'm telling you,
Maybe
I'm
maybe
like
growing up, maybe your
growing up.
parents,
My parents,
maybe your
yeah,
parents, have they ever taken a loan?
yes, yeah, they've done
How
that.
were they paying?
They were paying back with interest, right? Yeah. So we literally
So
have to pay back with interest.
so if they're paying with interest, how
Yeah.
much are we paying with interest to China?
And for how
And for
long?
how long?
Is it 100 years when now the people have made the deal actually dead?
You see the problem. This is why you see a lot of these African countries that are tied in debt. This is why China is saying, well, my sister, if you cannot pay for the money that I gave you, the 100 RMB that I gave you,
Yeah.
why don't you just give me your book?
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
your shoes. At least it can cover the
They
things.
can cover everything. Yeah. Another thing with negotiation, China mostly, when I've seen from what I've experienced, one-on-one experience with Chinese people, the negotiation skill is highly effective
Very.
and always it could mean this, but it could go in this direction,
tell.
and it will come back and bite you at the end of the day.
It will.
What do you think Africa can do to improve their negotiation skills?
They shouldn't be selfish.
Right.
When they're coming to China to do whatever deals that they're coming to do, they should not be selfish. Because we've seen that when they come to do these deals, they're being selfish about it. They're thinking of themselves. They're not taking these deals with people at heart. Because if you're doing something with people at heart, then you will know that whatever I am trying to do here, it is going to benefit my people. But the leaders who are coming to sit on the tables to do all these negotiations, they're not negotiating with the people at
In
heart.
mind.
They are doing it for their own selfish gain. That is why you see, if you want to get deeper into the deals, deeper into the MOUs, you'll find that minister so behind there, his cousin is the one who is standing in as the one who is signing. So there's always, a hidden thing that is there whereby they are the ones benefiting. They're not signing deals with people. Because if I'm signing a deal for my family, I will know that if I sign this deal, and if I mess up and this thing doesn't come out, my children are going to suffer.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure that I will continuously come to you. Please remember the deal that we signed.
Right.
Don't go away from the deal that we signed, because you have got your people at heart. But these leaders, they're coming in, they don't have the people at heart.
Right.
Whatever deal that they're signing is for their own selfish gains. That is why they don't care. We are giving them mines. When they come to sign, MOUs to take the mines are supposed to benefit the local people,
Yes.
supposed to build the schools, the roads in that area. But go to any country, most countries that have
Yes.
got Chinese doing the projects in there.
Yes.
See the local people, how they're living. They have no schools, they have no roads. Some of them, they're coughing because now the Chinese are coming, they're blasting. The dust is going into the
yes.
air and everything. Some of them have been displaced, have been moved from their homes.
Yes.
It's because such deals, they've been meant not to benefit the people. There is someone benefiting who is selfish, who came to the table with a ticket saying we are representing so country.
Yes.
And yet they're behind
Right.
is for their own benefit. So if our leaders can stop being selfish
Right.
and start having the people who elected them into power,
Yes.
I'll use the word elected them into power, regardless of whether you have been appointed by the president or whatever. Because
Yes.
if you're a government, it means it's before the people.
For the people.
It's a service that you're rendering to the people. You understand? So our leaders have to stop to be selfish.
Stop being
Because we've seen that they
selfish.
are putting everything in their pockets. We can point and point and point at A, B, C, D people whom we can see.
It's true.
Did you watch the Gold Mafia documentary?
No,
You
I've
didn't watch
not
it?
in Congo. From Congo. No,
The
I've
Gold
not.
Mafia, and the one that covered South Africa, Zimbabwe, and a
Really?
lot of
Oh
other
no, I've
countries.
not. I've not.
You see,
Wow, that's an interesting one. I
you
should
have
go
to
and
you
search
have to
for
check
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm
You
going
have
to
to
look
check
for
for
it.
it. Yes, it's called the Gold Mafia.
Yeah. Wow. These things are really evident, and I think all African countries, in one way or the other, we have the similar mentality. You know,
We have.
I noticed, or our mindset, the mindset of our people. That's where we need to start, knowing that even if you accumulate all these things, they're not going to stay with you. And you might want to benefit your family or whatever, but even your family who is not able to manage it, when you're over, and that's it.
Yeah.
These are all like really, we are in trying times as Africa, but I believe we can, yeah, with new generation, I think there could be new changes, like what we've seen that Senegal has a new, yeah, new president, and we're like
Very young.
very, yeah, 40. I'm like, what?
44. I heard him speaking about, the French and how he's going to change things. Hopefully, he's not also going to be ending up. You know how these leaders start.
Yes,
You know how they
yes,
start. They
yes.
all start very good, planning this. We are going to do this and that. But when they get consumed with the power and authority and all the gains that comes with it, most of them they end up becoming our.
The same old story. Wow. Right. Miss Ziki, that is a mouthful of information that we are going to digest. We'd like to say thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us and all the knowledge.
Well, we should do it on a live stream.
Right.
I think.
Yes.
Because I believe that what we've done here is just to trigger.
Yes.
We have just given, it's just a surface
of the conversation.
It's something that is very deep that we can engage all of us. I believe that you have something to say. I have something to We all have opinions.
Yeah.
We all have ideas. We have seen what we have seen.
Yes.
Understand? But I would say generally, I would prefer China-Africa relationship than
Yes.
any other
Other
country
country.
with African relationship. This is what I say.
On that point,
I would prefer China-Africa rather
on that
than.
point, Miss Ziki, I'm not sure about what I'll say on that. Yeah, because I've not really learned so much about Western. The only what we saw was the facade of the Western corporations, Africa too. But now China, I understand it more because I lived here, right? But yeah, I'll go and read about it and then we'll talk about it again.
Let's do it.
All
But
right.
next time we do it on a live stream.
On a live stream, yeah.
Yes.
All right, it's time to say goodbye and see you in the
Peace.
next video.